Yo, what's going on? It's your boy King J. Today we have a feared. Oh no, wait. We gotta give a proper introduction.
Okay.
We gotta give a proper one. Pretty new school. Climbed the ranks very well, showing us what he can do with Hwoarang. K-Wiz, what's going on, man?
I'll give that a 7 out of 10. That was
7 out of 10.
I'll give it. That was alright. I'm good. You know, thank you for having me. Nice to be here, man.
Wicked, man. You know, Hwoarang was here. It was only right to reach out to you and say, look, let's talk about a character. So, new appearance. What do you think about the new clothes that he's got going on, and he doesn't have his eye patch now?
You know, I'm sorry to cut you off and just hop the subject real quick. There's one thing that just came into my mind, and I think it's mad that we're doing this. Do you remember what you did at the start of Tekken 7, the King J Rumble?
Yeah.
Do you remember who won that?
I can't remember. No.
You don't remember who won the King J Rumble?
I don't remember. No.
Jay, you actually don't remember?
I was wondering why I didn't really see you play much of Tekken 7. Tekken 7 is like a lot better than Tag 2, in my opinion. Damn, so it looks like Black Guy 35 is the winner. Tremaine, unlucky, man. That's unfortunate, bro. But, you know, you ain't gotta go home, but you got to get the hell out. No, I'm joking. Nah, good games, man.
Jay, that was me.
was it you?
That was me.
Climbing the ranks.
Bro.
There we go.
Bro, I think it's mad that we're doing this now, considering from then to now, like, you know, all these years. I'm surprised. I can't believe you forgot. I'm actually upset.
I'm so sorry, man. It was a long time. It was a long time.
Yeah, no, that was must be 5 something years ago now.
5 years. But that's
yeah.
Crazy though. Like I said, climbing the ranks, because obviously when like, you know, we've played and stuff like that, like I've seen you kind of just progress, and it's like you're one of the most feared in the country right now. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, it's good to see you climb the ranks and even just become that guy. You know, you're one of the UK, you know, one of the UK heads.
That.
So it's good to see.
But to your original question, Hwoarang's Tekken 8 design is amazing. It is. I love it. It's very big inspired. You know, he has the top is styled by him. His bottoms are like more like his Tekken 5 like bike outfit, but like the color scheme, but like it is a gi version of it. The hair's sick. That's also kind of Baek inspired. And obviously no eye patch now. And I'm looking at his new Tekken 8 design. Because I played Tekken 7 today. I was like, why did I like this Tekken 7 design? I was like, what is it? Because this one is it. Like, this is it.
Like, the thing that I saw is that he looked more mature. Like, he's still cocky and stuff, but he just looked like, he's just so mature. His hairstyle looks different. It kind of looks a bit like Baek Doo San's hairstyle in Tekken 5 and stuff. And he looks a little bit more skinnier, kind of, though, I would say, around the arms, like the muscles and stuff kind of look a bit.
I think he's looking kind of jacked. You know, I think.
Really?
I think he's looking kind of. I need to. I've watched the show like 200 times. I watched it 201 and check again. But I think he's looking kind of jacked. You know, I can't lie.
Listen, I'm not even Hwoarang main, and I watched that trailer so many times. I'm not gonna lie, like, it's definitely one of the better trailers that I've seen so far. Like, probably even I would say, I like Leroy's number 1.
Yeah, of course.
I would say Kazuya's number 2. And then I would say Hwoarang's number 3. Like,
no, those trailers are all very good, so I don't dispute that.
All right, cool. And then let's move on. So this new stuff with Hwoarang. Now, Backlash doesn't launch anymore. It looks like he gets a guaranteed hit. How do you feel about that?
I think that might be a bit of a, because this is something people have been asking for. I think this one might be a bit of a monkey's paw. Be careful what you wish for, because in Tag 2 it didn't launch, but its damage was insane, and that's what it was used as a combo filler for. Like, you do Skyrock into Backlash, huge damage. So I'm thinking if they've taken away the launch, it might do that damage again. I don't know. But either way, I don't think it's enough. But I think a lot of the stuff they showed were nerfs for Hwoarang in terms of the moves he already has. But I don't know. It's something that eventually will, when we get years into Tekken 8, we'll just be like, like Backlash used to launch it. I forgot about that, because I feel like it's a change that won't really affect affect too much. I think the good Hwoarang players don't really care, about something like that moving forward.
It also looks like in his Flamingo stance, he has quite a few new changes. So what do you think about these changes that he does have? He had quite a few.
I think the biggest one was in right Flamingo. He had a new low, and we don't know whether that means the hell sweep is gone, the sweep bang is gone, or this is like a down back four, or well, the only thing it could be is down back four, like down 3+4 or something from Flamingo. And in heat, he gets an extra extension with it, with the sweep. But like when he's not in heat, it looks like it's just plus on hit. I think it forced crouch, and just look really plus, and like a stun on it, maybe counter hit knockdown or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's interesting. I wonder where it is on block. I wonder if it's still a stagger low on block or like -13, -14, something like that. But that, to me, that was like the biggest change I saw. But I think when Hwoarang's in heat, speaking of Flamingo, like right Flamingo is going to be insane, because so you see when he did his heat engager, he ran in and he did up 4, which is plus on block right now. It's +3 right now on block. So if you jab, it trades. But when he's in right Flamingo, he has flappy kicks. So if you try and push anything, you're going to get counter hit. So he ran in, he did up 4. You're going to be scared to push because of flappy kicks. And then the right Flamingo back 3, the launcher that was -10. That's gonna be safe because that's a heat engager.
Yeah.
So he can do that into heat dash, and then he has the right Flamingo sweep, which when he's in heat does all the extra stuff as well. So I think barring Flamingo in heat is gonna be a night, because he's literally just gonna dash in your face. And then you play Tekken 8, right?
Yeah.
So the main defense for like heat when you follow up was normally power crushes, right?
Yeah.
But he'll just do down 3-4, and then he's in right. So I think Hwoarang heat engages. I think depending on how strong his heat engages are, Hwoarang in Tekken 8 is going to be eaten. I think it's going to be a time.
Do you know the thing is that with Hwoarang, like I already knew like the characters that would be really good at this game would be Hwoarang, Lei, like these rush down mix up heavy characters. It was already known, but I feel like they didn't really show too much of the down 3-4. Like they didn't really show anything of if it pushes back or if you can step it or anything like that. It kind of was like, all right, we'll just show you what's here, and it is where it is. So I'm kind of happy to see it, but it's like, man, there's still a lot to see. So what do you think about obviously the whole Baek Doo San? Like, do you even? I know you're new school and that, so you might not know about Baek Doo San, but like, do you know like Baek Doo San and some of the moves and stuff?
A bit of history. I played every Tekken from Tekken 3 upwards, but never competitively. Like that was just like a family thing, whatever. So I'd have all the Tekken games where I was just playing with family and stuff. And obviously Tekken 7 was when I played competitive and stuff. So that's when I actually learned what moves were and stuff. So obviously I probably just mashed with Baek at some point. So I've recognized the moves visually. Like I'm like, oh, that was a Baek move. That was a Baek move, whatever. And sometimes I watch some Tag 2 stuff. But obviously I don't know like frame properties and stuff. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. Like I know, he has one of Baek. I think side set 3+4. That's given to Hwoarang in Flamingo. Now that's going to be a wall splat. And they might have given Hwoarang an I-15 while standing launcher now because he hasn't had that. Because he has Baek's while standing 2, but like then it's his kick after while standing 2-3. So I think Baek is a character that I've kind of always just wanted to come back because it's just another Taekwondo character. It'd be cool to have. But it feels like Tekken 7, whenever they give Hwoarang a new move in Tekken 7, it's a Baek move. His parry, down forward 1-3, Raha, that's what they've kind of been doing. So I guess it's them saying they're slowly just gonna phase him out and like, because he is dead canonically maybe, but like it's Tekken, so dead doesn't always mean dead. But I'm a big fan of the changes. I think he's inspired by Baek a lot, and I think it shows.
He also has the wall combo where he kicks and does the chop.
That's a Baek down 2.
Yeah. But I think that looks so sick. Like I even want to play the character. I never really liked Hwoarang in Tekken 7, but watching that trailer actually says to me that I actually want to try him, just because he looks a lot more easier. He doesn't look like as hard as he is in Tekken 7. Right now he looks pretty simple. He looks like he can, I don't know, we haven't seen too much, but from what I can see, he does look a lot more simplified.
I think I think going back to that point, I think that's one thing I really like about Tekken 8. They've made it to the point of where you want to try so many different characters. Regardless of how long you've been playing this game, you want to play so many different characters. When I did play the alpha test, I said in mind, okay, I'm just going to play Jack and Law, focus on them. But I just played Jin. I was just like, oh my God, I'm playing. I don't normally play Jin, but I was just playing so much here. I want to play more of him. And I was like, oh, let me play some Kazuya as well. Like, it makes you want to play so many different characters. I think they're doing a great job with that and just making characters like, just adding a bit more spice to them. Like I'm a big fan of Tekken 8 characters right now.
No, definitely. And what do you think about the rage art? Like, obviously, he doesn't have to do it in stance now. So I think that's a big win either way, in my opinion.
So I think it's technically going to be a nerf for Hwoarang because his rage art was safe in Tekken 7. There obviously were characters like Leroy could parry it. Jin could time a parry. If you had like an evasive move, like things up forward 2, you could get around it. Zafina could go under with back 1+2. Zafina could go, Heihachi could go under with down forward 1+2. Lars could go under with up forward 3. So characters had options, and some could launch, some couldn't. Some could punish, some couldn't.
Yeah.
But like in Tekken 8, I think all rage ups are -13. So technically that's enough to Hwoarang because he had the safe one, but he now doesn't have to be in Flamingo to do it, so he can panic rage out like other characters. But in terms of animation, I think it's my second favorite rage art. Like, it's just so cool. Kicks him up in the air, all the kicks following up. It's like the Kim Cap 1 stuff from KOF.
Whoa, you know about KOF? Hold on, slow down. You know about KOF?
I watch some other fighting games from time to time. Like sometimes I was thinking about getting KOF, but like I was just like I just don't have time. I was playing Strive at the time. And I was playing Tekken, and obviously so much content. I was like, I don't have time to put into another fighting game. Like I think 2's my max. So I think throughout the rest of the year for me, it's just gonna be Tekken and Street Fighter 6. The max I can do is 2.
Who you playing Street Fighter 6? Just sorry to go off topic.
After speaking to Bubsy, he was like, the best choice for me would probably be Cammy. So I'll probably play Cammy, and yeah, that's what Bubsy was like. This should be the one. And then I might just play Jury as well because the Taekwondo stuff as well, just to follow on from there. But I'll probably be playing Cammy mostly. So
sick. Are you a big like Taekwondo like fan or?
No, accidentally because when I was younger, I used to do karate. I got a karate black belt when I was 11 years old. And then I like martial arts and stuff was something I really liked. That's why I really liked Lydia when she came to the game because I recognized a lot of her movements.
Okay.
But then I just picked up when I first played Tekken 3. I think it was the first game I ever played as a kid. I just picked Hwoarang. I just picked him. Now I played him from there because he was wearing the karate. That to me was like, oh, that's a karate gi. So I just played him. And then whenever just like I'd play new fighting games, the Taekwondo character like I would always just end up playing. Like when I played DO5, I just played Rig. Because I was like, oh, I kind of recognize, what he's doing there. Soul Calibur I played very briefly. I played Maxi. It's just I've always just happened to pick because it's been what's familiar to me because of Hwoarang. So when I see something like that, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a character I have to pick. So, but yeah, no, like I accidentally gravitate to the Taekwondo characters.
No, that makes sense. I feel like funny story is that I started playing Hwoarang in Tekken 3, and that was my first kind of like, it wasn't a competitive experience. It was like I was in Florida. It was like a flea market, and they had the Tekken 3 arcade machines, and I was just like, man, this guy that does that Taekwondo. I used to do Taekwondo when I was younger, so I was just like, it all felt like it felt at home for me to see this character just throwing kicks and stuff. None of the other characters look like the characters that I've seen in actual real life that actually have that suit on. So I was like, all right, let me play Hwoarang. But I don't know, I kind of slowly, I went to Ganryu, and I started going to Geese and Leroy. And
I feel like that's such a... some people do say they played Hwoarang in Tekken 3. They always say they started with Hwoarang. Like, some people say that then eventually they just branched out. I guess I'm just one of the people that never branched out.
You was a loyalist.
Every Tekken I played, because in Tekken 3 he could just like press like 3 and then it was like a full launch or something.
Yep.
And he just do 3 like, so it was just, I was a kid, so this shit was easy. I'll just like do it over and over again. So yeah, no, like he's the guy, that's the guy.
I respect it. All right, last question for the character that you want. What is the character that you would like to see come back, and outside of Hwoarang, what was the best trailer for Tekken 8 so far?
Outside of Hwoarang, it was probably, I want to say it might be Kazuya. I think that Kazuya trailer was insane. His rage art was insane. I think his new design, like Kazuya's dripping in Tekken 8, like he looks sick. And character I want back. There's a few, but I think
Two then. Give me two.
okay. I'd say one is Lydia, because that was my secondary for the longest time until they destroyed her. And then another, a character I want to come back that wasn't in Tekken 7 is Bruce. I want Bruce to come back because like he's a character in the other, like Tekken 5 and stuff, I used to just play and mess around with and stuff. Obviously not competitively, but he's just been so cool. I feel like he was such good black representation in fighting games, in my opinion, as well.
Yep.
And like he's just a cool character, so it'd definitely be cool to have him back. And I think with Kazuya taking such a big role in Tekken 8, I feel like there's room for Bruce to maybe somehow make a comeback. He was his bodyguard, whatever. But I feel like there's some room for him to come back.
Definitely. I feel like Bruce is one of those characters that everyone has been asking to come back, because he feels like even in Tekken 7 roster, he was like one of the characters, him and Wang, that was kind of recommended to come back, and he never came back. So we're like, maybe Tekken 8, but I do feel like we do have a few Muay Thai characters. We have Josie, Fahkumram, and then there's Bruce.
I don't think Fat comes back.
Nah, I think he's gonna come back still.
I don't think he does. I just feel like I feel like after the way they gutted him in like the end of season 4, and his reception wasn't good, I don't think they bring him back. Because Leroy, I feel like Leroy they very clearly want something about Leroy. I think they want Leroy to be pushed as like a main Tekken character for years to come now. I feel like that's why he played such a big role in the anime. He had a spot in there. They retconned the anime to put Leroy in there, and I feel like they want Leroy to have a spot. I think Lydia was very big for Poland. They're like, this is our first ever character. But with Fak, I feel like they just kind of like push him to the side, and they're just like, yeah, this is the one we just kind of like, sorry, they, you know what I mean? I feel like Fak probably doesn't come back. And I was actually watching Rip's stream, and he mentioned that Bruce could come back as like Josie's mentor or something. That could be something that in some way. So I think maybe Josie comes back, maybe Bruce as well. I don't know, but I feel like if they had to choose between Josie and Fak, I think they keep Josie.
You know what? Bruce could come back as a mentor for Josie, but I feel like just based on the design of Tekken 7 right now, like when you look at the characters, you can kind of see that season 1, 2 are kind of dated compared to like the likes of Leroy, Fahkumram, and Lydia. You can like, I think Fahkumram especially, the detail, the veins, and his hair, and like the scars. I think they put a lot of detail into him to just say, all right, he was only a Tekken 7 character, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I feel like they want to sweep him under the rug for the rest, because I feel like with Leroy, like when release Leroy was awful, but I feel like that was on purpose. I like that 1+2 0 on block, his orbital, back 1+2. I feel like he was that way on purpose. There's no way you make a character like that and you by accident, like, what was orbital -3 on block? Yeah. It originally, like, you don't do that by accident, but I think with Fak, his hurt box was messed up. He was a big character, but some big combos didn't work. His head was like small, so like stuff would just drop on him in certain axes. When he dashed forward, he would crush lows. I feel like that, and his throw break originally had a smaller break window. I feel like
tag two break.
Yeah, I think Fak on release, I feel like it was just a mistake. There was so much that went wrong. So, and I feel like that's why when they nerfed him, they overcorrected. Like 3+4 being unsafe makes no sense. Taking away his magic 4 makes no sense. A lot of the damage nerfs make no sense. I feel like they've overcorrected him because they were like, okay, we don't want people touching this character anymore. Like, we want him to be forgotten when we get into Tekken 8. But that's just my conspiracy theory.
We just gotta wait until, I don't know, the end of 2023 to see. I don't know. We're gonna be waiting a long time because again, I feel like there's gonna be more characters. I think Combo Breaker, we're probably gonna get Bob. I don't know how they're gonna do it versus fighting. Maybe we might get Steve because he's from the UK. We just have to wait and see. But K-Wiz, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. Obviously, let them know where they can find you online on the World Wide Web.
Thank you for having me. On Twitter, it's Twitter/ at Kung Fu Kobe. Twitch is twitch.tv/K_Wiz_. And that's like the main ones. And YouTube obviously is just K-Wiz. So very easy. Just search K-Wiz somewhere, you'll find me. You know, it's that simple.
Excellent, man. Keep on smashing it with the Hwoarang. You know, I would hope to see you in Tekken 8. Hopefully, you kind of got me on Tekken 7. It's all right. I'll hold the L. But you know what? Tekken 8, I'm coming for you, man.
We'll see what Leroy's like in Tekken 8. We'll see.
Definitely, man. All right, take it easy, man.
Thank you for having me.